Hi guys, welcome. Okay, let me just get myself here situated. I'm going to do a video tonight. Somebody brought up a good point. I was talking to them through email about resistance, creating resistance. So I'm going to do a video about that after we finish the live stream because I already had the things set up for the live stream. And anyways, I'll do that later. So anyhow, the first person we have here is Malika. Is there any job opportunities coming towards me? Job opportunities for Malika. Yeah, you have at least two coming in before the end of the year, and one could bring substantial amount of money coming in that makes you feel much more financially stable. It's all about my eyes. Love for me and M. Um, oh, all right. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Okay, love for me and M. Yeah, and then I had everything set up, and then you know who had to go out. So that's why I was a little bit late. Anyways, okay, actually, you and M look like you have a strong connection, and it looks like things could be stable, and it could be a relationship that's built with deep roots. If you haven't seen or spoken to him in a while, like you can see him or hear from him out of the blue, and he may want to do something, I don't know, adventurous, spontaneous, something like that. That could be a whole lot of fun. Relationship with him looks like it could be strong. A nice connection, and there's a lot of potential for a long-term relationship. No longer feeling like you're waiting for your ship to come in, but feeling like the world is at your feet. Moving forward, cause for celebration around some sort of a creative project with him, and things could get quite passionate pretty quickly. I like this connection, you and him. Let's see what happens. Lightning. Loved. Love, does Z feel about me at the moment? Okay, how is Z feeling about Love Spark at the moment? Okay, it's coming up that there's a third party involved here in this situation, so that may be an issue or an obstacle for you when it comes to love. And this person may feel like there is some poor timing around a situation with you, and like you may be feeling a little bit disappointed. I don't know what your relationship is with this person right now, but it doesn't look like much is happening quickly moving forward. There's contemplation, there's a little bit of overthinking, there's a mini tower moment, and things aren't changing quickly. I would, at this point, keep your options open. RZ, Chasm's thoughts about me after our meeting today. Thinks that you're kind, stable, you have a big heart, you're down to earth, grounded, well prepared. He's got a lot of respect for you. Thinks that you have a lot of direction, you know where you're going, or you're very ambitious, and thinks that there's room for growth. BJ, love, who's coming in and when? You have a Pisces coming in. You have another water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, feeling like the world is at your feet, and love life moves forward with long-term potential. It could be within the next 7 weeks. So one Pisces comes in, but then another water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, comes in. Mimi, did Jasmine want to see me tonight? I'm not getting any aces here. I'm thinking that she may have had other plans tonight. It's not coming up strong that she planned on seeing you. She may have had something else happening tonight. Mustafa, is the Pisces girl who you said has a secret crush on me the girl I'm thinking of in my head, or someone completely different? Okay. Is the Pisces girl the girl I'm thinking of? No, it's somebody different. Somebody different. RZ, what actions will cousin take towards me? He's a Leo. He's got a lot of respect for you, and he's going to do what he says. You know, he comes off prepared. So if he said he's going to call you to get together again, he intends to do that. He comes off as having a lot of respect for you. He thinks that there's room for growth in this situation, and he's either going to expect to see you again soon, or you should be communicating soon. But he's not, he doesn't come off as if he's playing games. If he's not interested or he doesn't want things to move forward, he'll tell you. So I think you should be seeing him again soon, or at least speaking. Mustafa, I had some intense third eye meditations today and saw Miriam in many visions too, by the way, and entered her mind in the vision. Can you tell me more about the third eye experience from the cards? She could have felt that. She could have felt something at the time you were doing it, because things change for the better between the two of you, and she feels connected to you. So even if things aren't moving forward because the Chariot is here in reverse, which is like I hit a brick wall, or things are stop moving forward, she still may have felt that meditation. I don't know, very strange. You know, it's like I get a little bit twisted up about things like that, because like I've done these and I've taken workshops with like past life regression, and then I had somebody do what was called a rebirthing. But I have a hard time with that, like differentiating, is this something I'm really seeing, or am I making it up? Right? So I always try to like those sort of things, I always take them with a grain of salt, because like, all right, like in the one past life thing, like I saw myself in like working in like a saloon in like the West. Like if I had to guess, I would say like Texas, maybe. I don't know. I've never been to Texas, but the bar had those, you know, those doors that you push open, and it was like, I'm going to say probably the late 1800s. But how do I know that that's really where I was? Like maybe I just dreamt that up, you know? So when it comes to meditation, like I got it, like, to be realistic, take it with a grain of salt. But she may have felt a connection with you at that moment. Very interesting. Very interesting. But like I said, you know, it's the same thing with like like past life or like the rebirthing thing. Like, how do I really know that that's what was happening? Or I might just be making it up as I go. You know what I'm talking about? And I always try to stay really grounded because, you know, like we're living in like a 3D reality here, so we want to kind of stay grounded. Whereas, you know, so you really can't, like, you had this experience, like, take it with a grain of salt and let's see what happens. Because that kind of stuff, you know, like, I think everybody always hopes for like some kind of magical moments, but our minds are really tricky and they play tricks on us, and we tend to, you know, you got someone in your head, so of course, like, she's going to come to your mind because you spend a lot of time thinking about her. And I don't want to like place false hope on something because she's been so difficult. So just, you know, take these things with a grain of salt. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I believe it did happen. But do some of these things happen because they're in our heads and we're thinking about it? Like, people will say things like, well, I had a dream and it was really vivid, and, you know, we were getting married and it was like a fantasy. And it's like, yeah, but you're in love with him. You know, you're obsessed with him. That's why you had the dream. Like, it's nothing magical. It's like, it makes perfect sense. You know, it wouldn't make sense if it was somebody who you didn't like. You know what I mean? So just be careful with that kind of stuff because you want to stay kind of grounded. Mustafa, can you describe the water signs girl who you said has a secret crush on me? Water signs girl, yes. She's very well balanced. She's probably a quiet type. I don't think she's center of attention. She seems to like hide in the corner. She's very quiet, very timid, incredibly smart and hardworking. I think she's in school. I think that she's young and she's in school. She's genuinely a happy person. Her life is going places. She's very smart. And she doesn't hold herself back when it comes to school or work or anything like that, but she holds herself back socially. She may be a little bit awkward or a little bit introverted and might have a little social anxiety. She's an attractive girl. She's very caring. But she doesn't seem to be, she's not the life of the party. You know, she's somebody who probably avoids the party. Somebody who's very quiet and to herself. Mustafa, general for the rest of this week. You're earning a lot of, the Three of Pentacles is nice. This is a long-term relationship built on solid ground. Usually has something to do with business. And it's always positive. Three of Pentacles upright is positive. It's like it can last a lifetime or a long time. You could be connecting with a soulmate, and there's celebration around love this week. Financial stability or feeling a little bit more financially stable comes in, and feeling like you're stepping into your strength. Somebody may come in out of the blue when you least expect it. Who knows? Maybe you got a new love interest coming in. You got another water sign. I mean, this could be the same water sign, or it could be another water sign enters. See, somebody like you, anybody that like goes to school, or you know, like if it's a woman and she works like at a police station or a firehouse where there's a lot of men, like, people are going to show up around you because you have so many people around you. If you're in a school, you know, whereas somebody else who maybe just goes to work and they, like, I don't know, they work in an office or they work at a whatever, a store, they may not always have as many people. But like when you're dealing with like a university or you're dealing with a college, there's a lot of people, so more people could be showing up around you. You have a Libra here too. Life can change for the better for you quickly this week. Also, you may accomplish your work this week, and then that may make you feel like, hey, finally I can exhale and now my life feels better. So there's a couple of good things happening this week. Cinnamon, should I text Jay to hang out tonight? What will happen? Should I text Jay to hang out tonight? don't see why not. It looks like if you do, the Hangman is in reverse, which means things could move forward. You could hang out. The Four of Cups is in reverse, which is like an offer that this person, I don't know who Jay is, but it's like an offer I can't refuse. Yeah, what the hell? Let's go and do something. Yeah, I would. Why not? The worst that's going to happen is this person will be busy and they'll say no, but not with them. Hangman in reverse. Something should happen. Courtney. Will the Virgo M move forward in his relationship with me? I haven't heard from him. Okay, let's see what's going on here with this Virgo. It could take some time. So right now, the Virgo looks like they're holding themselves back, and Lovers is in reverse, which would indicate not moving forward or feeling like disconnected. So they may not be into a relationship right now. They may not be putting in any effort, but at some point that could change because the world comes in, which would mean like the world is at your feet. You're calling the shots, and things are kind of moving for you. It just might take time. It might not happen as fast as you want it to happen. Mustafa. And I don't see it yet, so let me do Sepia General for the rest of the weekend. Somebody from your past could be returning, and you may be walking away from that person. And then you have, well, you have a couple of things. Somebody from your past returns. Now, this could just be like an old friend reaches out, and that's one thing. Eight of Cups could be walking away from something else. They could be two different situations, or it could be somebody returns and you're like, hell no, I'm walking away from this. Cancer comes in, and celebration around a situation with the Cancer. And it also looks like you might have some indecision before the end of the weekend. You may not know what to do about a certain situation that's presented to you. Hangman is in reverse, so things move forward for you, and things should change for the better for you quickly before the end of the weekend. Mimi, when am I going to see Jasmine again? Could be sometime this week. I would say before next weekend, within the next 7 days, you should see her. Sandy, what will be Phillips the Libra's next move towards me? Okay, I don't know when the last time was that you heard from this person, but you may need to have patience because it doesn't look like much is changing, and it doesn't look like they're interested in a relationship right now, or they're not putting in a lot of effort. Have a little bit of patience, but keep your options open. All right, I don't know where you are in this situation, but it looks like he's either walked away or you're going to walk away because things are not moving forward. You have a fire sign coming in around you, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Mustafa, would I be seriously interested in the water sign girl who has a secret crush on me if I knew her? She could be a Pisces. I think you would give her a chance. I do think you would give her a chance. I don't know if she would be your normal type, but you might give her a chance. You may be like, hey, let me get to know her and see what she's all about. Sepia, general love. Uh-oh, what did I just do? Okay. A new love interest could come in out of the blue. That could be a soulmate connection. Your love life changes for the better quickly. Got a Leo coming in. Could be somebody new. There's also a Pisces coming in, a Scorpio, and then aside from that, you've got a shift in money. You've got money coming in, financial stability, and money is flowing to you. That's aside from the love thing. Things should be changing for the better for you pretty soon. And different choices around love. Not just one person. There's going to be a couple of different options. Sepia, general spirituality. Moving forward, you may have a breakthrough with your intuition. All of a sudden, you may feel like I'm hearing and seeing things. You've got the sun coming out, which is happiness, and forward movement happening pretty quickly, no longer holding yourself back. You may start trusting your intuition even more, and that may strengthen it pretty quickly. Big breakthrough is coming up. T. Yvette, general for me is Sag. Sag shows up right here. First card. You've got growth and transformation, and you have good karma coming in around the situation, but the Chariot is in reverse, so you may not get there right away. You may go through a very slow period with Sagittarius before you have that breakthrough, and then growth and transformation can come in. It also looks like at some point things change for the better between the two of you, but it's not happening yet. It's a little ways down. Oh, it's a little far out yet. Mustafa, how will the water sign girl who had a crush on me show up in my life? Divine intervention. Judgment card. Divine intervention will bring the two of you together some way. So it could be, if you go to school together, you may have a class together. If you have a class together, you may have to work on a project together. If you live in the same building, you may be in the elevator together. Divine timing is going to bring this person into your world. Nejlani. My ex is in 5 contempted of court. My ex is in 5 contempted of court order, but still attacking me while FaceTiming the kids today. I fade up and yell at him in front of the kids, and he recorded me. Will the judge punish us all? Oh boy. Will the judge punish us all? It doesn't come up very strong that he punishes you all. He may understand that you've come to a breaking point with this person. I mean, judges aren't stupid. They, they probably have his number. So the judge probably knows what he's all about. So don't be so hard on yourself. I think that things will be okay for the most part. It's like he's not doing the right thing. If he's in contempt of court for 5 different orders, the judge knows who they're dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, do the right fucking thing. And like I say this to people all the time, you got the choice every morning to get up and do the right thing. If you choose to do the wrong thing, that's on you. And at some point, like, we're all human, like, we can take so much, but we all have our boiling points, and it looks like you just hit one today. Um, if that's the very worst that you've done, I don't think you have much to worry about. It's okay. Alyssa, may I ask the current feelings of Martin the Sag towards me, the Capricorn? Mm, do you know if he's involved with somebody else? Three of Cups in reverse indicates there could be third party interference in your relationship with him. He comes off right now as very preoccupied with something. I don't know if it's that he's dating someone else or there's somebody else around him. As far as the way he feels about you, he thinks that you're kind, stable, caring, down to earth, well grounded, but he's very preoccupied with something right now. Something else is going on around him. There's some kind of a distraction happening. You might be feeling that, or you may be picking that up. A new chapter. I had an argument with George and blocked him. What does the future hold for us? Well, once again, it's going to be your choice because you have a mini tower moment. That could be what happened tonight. And then he comes back and the sun comes out if you allow it. So once again, free will. You have the choice to allow him back into your life. If you allow him back into your life, things are going to continue the way they are. But it's up to you as to whether or not you want to go back into it. The ball's going to be in your court moving forward. But one way or another, he's going to get in touch with you. Julie. How is Rich feeling towards me today? And do you see us getting out of this rut? It's actually showing he feels good about you today because you got the Three of Cups, the Star card, and Page of Cups is like a creative energy around the situation. You may have to walk away from it a little bit to get things back on track. It shows you pulling away and from him holding himself back. He holds himself back, you pull away a little bit, and then you guys can kind of get back on track. But you guys have to talk. You guys have to have a conversation, or if it's just he's not, if he's not giving you anything when you try to open up conversation, disappear a little bit. If you disappear a little bit, you should catch his attention that way. Don't say anything and just sort of disappear. See what happens that way. Malika, what's keeping me stuck in my job search journey? I'm never getting called and I'm tired of depending on my parents. You know, it's interesting because after I lost my job at A&P, even before that, even when I lost my full-time job, I was going on interviews and I had my thing on Indeed and I was never getting calls. Or I would go on interviews or I would fill out applications. Nobody would ever call me. What I believe when you get stuck in a situation like that is that you're applying for jobs that aren't resonating with your soul. Like I was filling out applications to work part-time like grocery stores or go back into the grocery business. At one point, I even interviewed for a job where I was going to be doing accounting again, which is what I tried so hard to get out of. And when I went on the interviews, like the jobs were going to pay me half of what I was making previously. So it was like not only would I be going backwards, but I would be taking less money to go backwards. So think about like there may be something that there's a couple of things. First of all, you can block stuff if you're afraid or you're fearful, which sometimes we have that and we don't even realize that. Like there's a fear. But also, it could be because you're applying to jobs that either you've grown out of or don't resonate with your soul. There's something else out there for you that's speaks more to your soul, and that's why you're not getting, like, the universe is like, nope, not happening, not happening. And I can feel your frustration because I went through it and I was like, I just fucking need something. Like, I need to work somewhere to bring money in. I don't care if it's another grocery store. But the kind of person that I am would take a job in a grocery store and be stuck there for the next 20 years because I wouldn't have the nerve to quit, or I tend to get stuck in those kinds of ruts. So I think that the universe is like, nope, this is not for you. Now, what you have coming in here is you do have stability around money coming to you. You got a lot of money coming in, so you should get something. It also looks like you might have decisions to make. So think about what it is that you really want to do with your life, because now is the time to put out into the universe exactly what you want, and not where I was coming from when I was on that journey, like almost like desperate, like I just need something. I don't care what it is. But there's more out there for you than that. You know, it's more than that. And you're going to have the world at your feet. So I don't know if you have a skill, or you have a creative side, or you have something that you do that you can make money at, and you can do something yourself and not go and get another job, or start something on your own, and then you may get something that's not such a, you know, it's like, it's just something, you know, it's like, okay, I have this is my own, this is what I do, this is how I'm going to make money, but I have like a part-time job that just brings in extra, you know, like me now, I'm like, I'm putting my effort into YouTube, and I put my effort into my business rather than filling out all these applications and not getting calls. I mean, I was literally interviewing at daycare centers that wanted to pay me like $10 an hour, and I wasn't getting hired. I'm like, you employ 18-year-olds, why won't you hire me? Like, really? It was very frustrating. But then I realized, I'm like, I'm not supposed to be doing those jobs. Like, I'm done with that. So think about it. Spend a little time thinking about it, because there's something better for you out there. That's why you're not getting it. Like, I have a kid. I can take care of somebody else's kid. You know, and I had experience because I worked in the school. So, like, I'm like, why can't I work at the daycare for $11 an hour? Like, I just don't get it. But then I realized that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I've done that. I've babysat before. I've done all that shit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a job like that, but and I wanted the job. I was like, I don't care. I don't care if it's $10 an hour. I don't care if it's $9 an hour. I'll do it. But I wasn't getting them. And it, you know, like one woman that I interviewed with, I recognized her from high school. I was like, you look really familiar. And, you know, like, we weren't friends in high school, but like, her face was familiar. Never got a call back from her. And I'm like, I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've been working my whole life. Anyway, that's what I think it is. And I think there's something better out there for you, and you're right now selling yourself short. It is. It's very frustrating. Ronnie, spiritual update. Okay, so anxiety comes up. So this may be spirits and stuff waking you up in the middle of the night, or something spiritually is keeping you up, or jars you out of your bed, out of your sleep. Be careful with that. It actually looks like doing something spiritually is going to make you money in the future. Got a lot of money coming in here, and the world is at your feet. You're well protected from the spirit world. You have a lot of protection on that side, but it could be a burden. You know, once again, it's like everything is dual-sided. It's like your intuition may be growing and you may be starting to hear and see things, and it could be becoming more and more frequent, but it could be a burden to bear because not everything that you see and hear is going to be positive. So that may be something that weighs, and that could also indicate you staying up at night or being worried about something. But it looks like intuition and that kind of stuff is growing and changing, and you're connected more and more. It's like it's happening, snowballing for you in the near future. If there's a way that you can kind of focus on blocking it out, at least at night, so that you can get sleep, I think that you'll figure out a way to do that eventually. It just may take a little bit of time. That's interesting. I read something today that said, people are always asking about the ear ringing. Um, Somebody was saying that that's a sign of expanding your consciousness. So for everybody that's been asking about the ear ringing, I think that as a species, we're starting to like, elevate. Most of us are, and the ones that aren't, the ones that are fighting against it, I think that they're going to have a very hard time in the future. We're starting to expand, and they're going to continue with the low frequency. They're going to have a terrible time. It's like they got to get on board, otherwise they're going to have a hard time. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Right now, it may be a little difficult navigating through all that chatter, because sometimes I get that chatter too, where it always sounds to me like I'm at a concert before the performer comes on. You hear all the chatter, but you can't make out what anyone's saying. It's annoying. Talia, did T hear what I was talking about? Okay, did T hear what I was talking about? No. No. Or if they did hear, they didn't hear enough to know what you were talking about. They may have only heard a piece of it. Brianna, general. You got some money coming in. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Money flows to you. A large sum of money comes in, feeling like the world is at your feet. You may hear from somebody out of the blue who you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. They may be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Balance starts to come back into your life, and you could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Something that's hanging over your head that makes you feel relief once you pay it. Mustafa, will the glutathione supplements actually improve my skin, or is it a waste of money? Okay. Will it improve my skin? I'm only getting a 33% chance that it's going to make a big improvement. I don't know what the skin issue is, but a couple of things that may be helpful. A lot of people cutting out gluten has helped skin issues. And I worked with a woman. I spoke about her before. She used to work in, she was a scientist. She worked in a lab her whole life. And she said that Crisco is molecularly the same thing as all these high fancy creams that you spend like $3 million on this big. She says that Crisco, it's the same stuff, like that molecularly. My mother used to always tell me that my grandmother used to use lemon to clean her face. Lemon, coconut oil, natural stuff like that hardly cost anything. And you give it a shot. And if it doesn't work, then you can try these pills. You know, I like trying different things if it's within reason. I don't know what these pills cost. If they cost, you know, if it's $15 for the bottle, no big deal. But if it's like $117 a month and you have to get them every month and you're going to be automatically billed and then you can't cancel it, I would say no, it's a scam. Don't even bother. You know, try the lemon and the Crisco first, or coconut oil first. Even coconut oil, especially coconut oil, I think is really good for skin. I've been using it for years. Anyway, like when it comes to like shit like that, like I like to experiment with different things if it's within reason. So, should my brother reach out to Sierra now or wait 2 weeks? Which would be better? And what would her October's a shitty month. But you know what? Mercury is going to go retrograde, which would help because it's going back to something. So reaching out to somebody you haven't spoken to under Mercury retrograde, that's a good time to do that. But we have a couple of aspects happening, like up until the full moon on Halloween. The planets aren't real favorable. Okay, should we wait 2 weeks? I would wait the 2 weeks. I would wait until after the full moon on Halloween and then do it. Mercury will still be retrograde. It's still a good time to reach out to people, and we'll get past that full moon. Even though the energy of the full moon is still there, I would rather see him reach out after than before. I think her response could be their relationship could move. It could be hangman's in reverse, so things could move forward, or there could be some kind of movement. Something could be positive. Um, to Leah, will I reach the level I desire in the business I'm in? Yeah, that business is going to do well. Might have to give it a little bit of time, but it's going to do well. Ty Happy, how does Tyler feel after our last text message? Energy around that situation feels light to me. It feels pretty light. Feels good. Any anxiety that was around the situation is starting to dissipate. And choices and respect, mutual respect comes in. Six of Pentacles is always good. It's like two people that are both putting an effort into this relationship. I think the energy around the situation feels nice. I think it's good. Sepia, what was the sign of the new person coming in that may be a soulmate? Well, you definitely have a Cancer. And divine timing is going to bring in a Pisces. Now, it also shows you're not holding yourself back. Things change for the better quickly. Divine timing is helping you out. Brings in cause for celebration. 10 of Cups, heading for the 10 Cups being full. I'm going to say it's probably a Cancer or Pisces. I mean, two soulmates could show up, and then we got to have a whole set of different problems. But I think it's either a Cancer or a Pisces. Little Virgo, October love reading. You may feel like things are not changing for the better in the month of October. Mini tower moment is around, or you may have already gone through that and it's brought up some mild anxiety. But before the end of the month, you should be feeling a little bit better about love. You have a fire sign coming in. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. If you're not with anyone right now, you also have a Pisces coming in. Maybe walking away from a situation that no longer serves you. If you've recently had a breakup, that situation is moving into the past. And you have strength around love coming in the near future with fresh energy. New fresh energy comes in. Sue, will my mom's ex-boss Zara reach out to her to work again? Yeah. Four of Wands. Something positive comes to the situation. Talia, when will I hear from B? Sometime this week. Beautiful one. What kind of relationship will this be with the Capricorn? It could be a romantic soulmate relationship. You may have to give it time, though. It may start off as a friendship first. Brianna, what are my spiritual gifts? Everyone's got spiritual gifts. It's all about how you cultivate them. So you've got a divine timing that guides you. So your intuition is pretty strong. You might not realize it. You may just listen to it innately. The more you listen to it, the more you're going to be able to trust it. And you have a lot of balance coming in around you. So you have balance and divine timing. Like your intuition is going to start to put you at the right places at the right time, which brings in cause for celebration. You also may turn a corner at some point and start to hear and see things. Sometimes people get afraid of that stuff. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it, because you can turn it off by fear. And you also have a high level of empathy, which I feel sorry for the empaths. I really do. Anyone with a high level of empathy. It's not easy. I don't feel like it's easy to be an empath at all. At all. But, you know, once again, there's a dual side to that. You can experience joy and happiness in a way that other people can't, because you can feel it deeper. Anyway, I don't know. The whole thing is very interesting. Sue, will I get the interview from Mayo in October or November? Okay, will I get an interview from Mayo in October? I think you get one in October. Yeah, I think it happens before November. Shweta, what's R's feelings towards me after our first meet? Okay, what are R's feelings after our first meet? He's going to be impressed. He's going to feel like there's room for growth and change. He's going to think that you're very deep, very stable, kind. He's going to feel very connected to you. I don't know if you've already met. If you've already met, the energy around this is good. If you haven't met yet, it's a positive outcome. You don't have anything to worry about. He should be pretty impressed. I don't want to see anybody either, and I don't want anyone tugging at my feet. Don't tug at my feet. I don't mind hearing things. I don't mind seeing things when I close my eyes. And I don't mind when lights go on and off. I can deal with that kind of stuff. New chapter. What does the future hold for me and Matthew? What's the future hold for me and Matthew? If you were to get involved with him, he would be very focused and give you a lot of attention. He would put a lot into this relationship. He's got the Page of Pentacles. He's practical. He's not head over heels. He's not like, you know, pie in the sky. He's stable, but he does work. He puts energy in. It also looks like with him, you would feel like you can exhale. You wouldn't be waiting for him to call because he would just call. Like he's practical. He's not somebody that you're going to have to chase. He's going to show up. He's a choice. There's a choice with him. And it also shows that he, Six of Pentacles, has a lot of respect, puts in a lot of effort. But I don't know. You may not. Three of Swords in reverse is not, he's not going to break your heart, but you may feel like, why don't I click with him? Or what is it about him that I'm not feeling it? That could happen. Where you're like, he's a great guy, but I'm just not feeling it. I would say give it a chance. Let's see what happens. Give it a chance. Uriali, when will I hear from Kay? Could be within the next 10 days. Julie, will all this pulling away, am I still moving in with him? The place is almost done. And if so, which month? Okay. Am I still moving in with him? You have a high possibility of moving in with him. Could be in the month of December. December comes up strong. But, you know, once again, it's like relationships like this, you guys have to communicate. You got to get on the same page. Like all of this, like not talking to each other and ignoring each other, and there needs to be more communication. Whether it's good or bad communication, we need to be talking. We got to find out what's going on here. So at some point, you got to open up the conversation with him about this. Month of December looks like it's pretty strong. Julie, had a dream last night. R and I kissed, and he said that he loved me. Did we connect in the spirit world, or is it just in my head? It's in your subconscious. I mean, of course, you're going to be dreaming about it. You're going to be thinking about it because this is what's going on in your, in your life. But it's like a constant unfinished business because you're not discussing what's happening in the relationship, and you don't know really where you stand. Everything is kind of up in the air. So it's your subconscious is trying to work out what's going on in your day life, because it doesn't make sense right now. Like, it's like, what's going on? You're giving me the cold shoulder. I don't know if I should be here. I don't know if we're moving in together. I mean, the house is almost done. What am I doing? It's very up in the air. That's why I'm saying you guys need to have a conversation. Yeah, and if you guys don't talk about this, you're going to keep having those dreams. Because it's like, and I hate to say it that it's women, because it happens to men too, but like, we can think about this all day long. We can talk about it all day long, and we can obsess over it all day long. It's going to come out in your dreams because it's in your head. because we're dealing here with the motherfucker who can't tell us what's going on, or who isn't stepping up to the plate or doing the right thing. So there's so many unanswered questions. And it's usually the woman that's in that position. Sometimes it's the guy, but that's why you're having these dreams. And like I've been saying, a few weeks ago, I went to go see the woman that reads my cards because I kept having reoccurring dreams. It wasn't always the same dream, but they were very vivid. Like in one of the dreams, I was wearing this wig and I was wearing a dress that matched the exact same color. And I was walking through like an old bookstore. Like it had like candelabras. I have candelabras in my dreams a lot. I don't know what the hell that's about. And like the books were like old books, and like the dreams, even though the situations have changed or the circumstances in the dreams or the people have changed, it was the same dream over and over again. Anyhow, so I asked her about it, and she said your subconscious is trying to make sense of what's gone on. And it's like that's what she says that these dreams are, which makes sense. Like you're wrestling with it all day. Of course it's not going to stop at night, because everything seems like it's unfinished. It's like you don't know, you don't know what kind of ground you have here. April. I guess divine timing was at work today. I saw a friend's car that I've been thinking about and trying to make peace with. So I left a note on her windshield, and she unblocked me after reading it. What does the future hold for me and her? Oh, that's nice. Okay, let's see. There you go. Divine timing brings in cause for celebration. And your relationship with her could get back on track. Chariot, things move forward. Now, you guys are older. You may not have the same relationship you did previously, but you could become friends again. Um, oh, Crisco works on feet. My feet are in horrible shape. Ronnie, will the reconciliation with the ex-cancer friend go? Is she going to reach out? Okay, is she going to reach out? She's going to reach out and things change for the better quickly, Eight of Wands. But you know how Cancer are. They're very self-protective. They have a very hard shell, very soft on the inside. It's going to take a while before she's strong enough to reach out because she's going to protect herself. Cancer can be a difficult sign. Little Virgo, when will I hear from Mike? You could hear from him within the next 2 weeks. Sandy, General. You've got growth and transformation coming in around you. You're growing, changing, and evolving. You have a Pisces coming in and a Cancer around you that might be significant. You also have no longer feeling stuck in the mud, but feeling like your life is starting to move forward. Hearing from somebody that you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. That person could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You may have to make a decision that you're struggling with and you're back and forth about. Two of Swords is in reverse. Cause for celebration comes in when you walk away from something that no longer serves you. Beautiful one. Characteristics of a Capricorn. This person is very stable, focused, down to earth, very practical, hardworking, intelligent, kind, thoughtful. They have a big heart. They may be a little bit creative, nurturing. They don't take any shit from anybody. They have a strong personality. And if people don't live up to their potential, or if they betray them or something, they don't stand for much bullshit. Um, this person is good with money. They may have money, and they're very practical. Auntie Charlie, do I have a spell or hex on me? Things have been crazy. No, but you know what? Regardless, bathe with salt. Use salt. No, I don't think you have a hex on you or a curse. I think that just use salt anyway. I just bought a salt scrub from Amazon. I always in the shower, but especially they say, especially like the back of the neck. I know that sounds really crazy, but they say that like demons and stuff kind of get in the back of the neck. So scrub that with salt. Sue, will things go back to how it used to be between me and Adam? Will we get closer or more distant? Okay. Will we get closer? I only have one ace, which is a 33% chance. But there's a couple of things here. The Three of Cups is in reverse, so I don't know if he's got third-party interference around him. And the Chariot is in reverse, which would be a standstill or feeling like things are slowing down. I wouldn't count on things going back to the way they used to be. Not now, anyway. It might take time before things go back to the way they used to be. All right, let me go back up to the top. Jennifer, love. You might have some decisions to make around love and you may be feeling undecided. If you recently reconnected with somebody who you haven't seen or spoken to in some time, or you will be hearing from somebody who you haven't seen or spoken to in some time. You have a fire sign around you that could be very significant. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You also have a Libra around you. And you're going to have choices when it comes to love. So if you're not satisfied with the way things are right now, you have opportunities for change in the near future. Next person that shows up is going to come in with a lot of respect, and there's happiness around the situation when you're getting the respect that you deserve. Depression, the upper back and neck. That's why the coats hundreds of years ago had that extra flap of fabric. And you know what's so weird? Years and years ago, this is so weird. I don't know why I remember this, but I don't know if you guys know Grand Union. I don't know if that was like a grocery store that was all over, but it was in this area. We had Grand Union, like, and there was one, my mother hated that store. She hated it. But when my mom was sick and I was going to take care of her, I stopped at that Grand Union to pick up things for her. And it was around the time they were going out of business. And I remember walking in to the store and I felt like something bit the back of my neck. It didn't feel like a bug bite. It felt like I felt like something bite the back of my neck. So weird. And I always think about that. Whenever people say that about the back of the neck thing, I always remember that. I'm like, oh man, I think something got in me there in the Grand Union. I was with my boyfriend Tom at the time, and I was like, something just bit me. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I don't know. I felt like something bit me in the back of the neck. Like, and I went like this. I don't know. It was very strange. Fia, What is going through Linford's mind about me since I walked away from him? He thinks that divine timing is going to bring you back. That's what he thinks. He thinks that you're mad or you guys had this argument, but he's kind of focused or hoping that divine timing is going to bring the two of you back together at some point. Auntie Charlie, will I get married in the future? And if so, do I know him? Okay. Yeah, I do think that you get married again, or you get married in the future. Let's see. Do I know them? Do you know this person? It could be somebody from your past could return. The choice is yours, though. You don't have, you know, like you could be presented with it and not go down that road, and somebody else could come in. Prussian, is the investment I'm in good for short term? A few months. Okay, let's see. I think so, yeah. I think so. 70% chance, yes. Changes things for the better pretty quickly. Mustafa, messages from my spirit guides. Seven of Fire. Defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. Six of Earth. Gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. The 10 of Water. A contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. Mustafa, general from now until this upcoming Thursday. You may be dealing with somebody that's a Three of Pentacles, a long-term business relationship that's stable. There could be transformation around that situation, and choices come in that bring in money. Got a lot of money coming in between now and Thursday. Whatever it is, it's positive. Oh, thank you, Prussian. Mustafa, I don't see you yet, so I will do Elizabeth. Why did Ben respond to the earlier text but not the last one? Right now, I don't know what's happening with him, but he's feeling a little anxious, a little bit disappointed. He's also feeling here like, a little bit upset or feeling a little bit betrayed. I think you'll hear from him, though. Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow. You have a wish around the situation. The energy changes, and he's not holding himself back. He may be a little bit more focused tomorrow. He just may be in a bad mood tonight. I think you hear from him. If you don't hear from him tonight, you should hear from him tomorrow. And he'll probably tell you that he was in a bad mood or he was feeling like shit or something. Energy around him is kind of not that great right now. Goddess, will I move at the end of this month? Yeah, you could. Eight of Wands, a change for the better happens quickly. Julie, the moving in you see is the fulling, moving in or just hanging out there on the weekends and during the week, okay? Is it moving in fully? 70% chance it's moving in fully, like fully moving in. A 70% chance. So you may want to have a conversation with him about it and find out exactly. Because, you know, like it's kind of hard for the cards, like when you ask questions like that, only because like I had a girl once, like she kept asking me, she's like, am I going to move in with my boyfriend soon? And the cards kept indicating no. And that they're actually planning it for the future coming up now, but like to her, she was like, but I want to spend more time there on the weekends. So she was like, well, she was saying moving in, but like I said to her, I'm like, moving in to me is like, I've changed my address, I've changed my driver's license, this is where I call home, like this is where I live, not I live somewhere else but I'm here all the time. So like I guess it depends really how you see it. To me, like 70% chance you're moving in, to me that would be like the address on your driver's license is his house. It's not somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like that's how I interpret it, but sometimes other people will be like the woman that I see, like she'll say things to me like, yeah, but like if he's there 6 nights a week, you know, and I'm like, yeah, but he doesn't live here if his address is somewhere else. Like I'm very like, I'm like, no, this is, you live here when the address on your driver's license says my address. Or, you know, like to me, I'm always like kind of like black and white. Like I'm like, we're married if we're in front of a church or we're in a church and I have a marriage license, that's married. But like to her, she'll be like, you can't look at it like that because things aren't black and white. And then that's where I always tell the story about my aunt's sister, who was married for, I think she was only married for a few years. They got divorced and then they were separated for a good couple of years because I didn't know him probably until I was about maybe 9 or 10. And my aunt and uncle got married when I was like 4. So I didn't know him, but they got back together. They're divorced, but they've been living together ever since. That's just, they're divorced, but they live together. They're in a relationship. Like it's like a marriage relationship, but they're legally divorced. So how would the cards read that? I have no idea. To me, the cards would read that they were married. And she had explained why that this is the way it is to my boyfriend at the time, but he was very drunk and he didn't remember. That's what he said to me. He's like, I don't remember. So she explained it to me, but I don't remember. Anyways. Mustafa, I'm trying to invest in a new fashion look, jewelry, cosmetics, incense. With the, if I cut down on my current Amazon list, will I be able to get more money and save at least $1,000 within 4 weeks? Okay, let's see. I have to switch phones here because that phone's going to die. Can I save $1,000 in 4 weeks? Yes, you can. You got the Empress. There you go. You can do it. You absolutely can do it. Mustafa, love reading for the next 2 weeks. Slow and steady wins the race over the next 2 weeks. It doesn't look like all that much happens in the next 2 weeks. It looks a little bit like you're holding yourself back or the timing isn't great. Water sign is around you, though. Water sign is around you in the next 2 weeks. And I think it may be a Pisces. Mustafa, update on Miriam's current thoughts and feelings. She feels a little bit burdened by the situation. Feels a little bit out of balance. Slow and steady. Something could change, though, out of the blue with her. Not right away, though. She holds herself back. She may want something to change. She holds herself back and she doesn't push it. She wants you to come to her. That's what she wants. She wants you to come to her. Elizabeth, how's he feeling about us after I said I love him? He thinks that there's potential and that things could change and move forward quickly. He does think that things could change for the better fast, but he's not 100% sure that he's feeling love right now. He feels, it might not have anything to do with you. He feels very weak. He also feels like he's got shitty karma around him. Feels very upside down. Four of Wands is in reverse. Or he may be having a hard time believing that somebody would love him. He's hopeful things can change for the better, but he's kind of feeling a little bit unlovable right now. That's it going on inside him. It's nothing that you did, but that's how he's feeling right now. Starry Night. What do I need to do to save the relationship with the Taurus, and to make it like it was in the past? Right? You can't save a relationship if the other person is not willing. So it depends where you are in this situation. Like if somebody is telling you, like, I don't want to be in this anymore, or I'm not feeling it anymore, or whatever it is, you can't change that. You have to let it go. Because the more you try to force it, the further it's going to push the person away. Well, I don't know where you are in the relationship, but that holds true with every relationship. Like we have that saying, if you love something, set it free, because that's the way it works. The harder you try to hold on to it, the more resistance builds around the situation and the further the person wants to run. Nobody wants to be responsible for somebody else's happiness. It's too much of a burden to bear. Life is too hard. Like it's too hard to make ourselves happy. To try to have to be responsible for somebody else is way too difficult. The only thing that you can do here is to give this person space, like communicate with them, tell them how you feel, and then give them space and give them a chance to do the right thing. Come forward or not come forward or make a decision. But you can't save a relationship if you're the only person that wants to save it. Both people have to be willing to do it. That's the problem with so many people that want to get back with their ex. It's very easy to go back with your ex. It's very easy. Exes get back together all the time. The hard part is fixing what was broken in the relationship that tore it apart to begin with. And most people just don't want to be alone, so they grab onto their ex-partner, and then all of a sudden we're back in the same old busted up relationship. And now we've just gone backwards. And what good is that? So now we're a year older, but we're also a year behind. So my suggestion would be really to communication. And if that doesn't, and then after that, give this person some space. Here's the Taurus right here. Taurus feels a little undecided, may not know what they want. They also have a little anxiety around the situation. They're holding themselves back, and they feel like the timing isn't great. So like I said, have a conversation. Tell them how you feel. If you tell somebody how you feel, you're always right. Your feelings are always valid. I don't care how you feel, that you're right, and you have a right to feel the way that you feel. You just can't change the way somebody else feels. And you got to go from there. And then, sometimes giving situation a little bit of space is really all you need. Mustafa, can you tell me more about the water sign girl who has a crush on me? Is she the same culture or religion as me? Okay, is she the same culture or religion? Yeah, I think that she is. I think that she is of the same, at least the same culture. Yeah, there are similarities between you and her. She's very smart. She comes up very smart, very well prepared, a little bit adventurous. She may have a lot of like high hopes or a lot of goals, dreams, and aspirations. And she seems like she's very quiet, maybe a little bit introverted. Mustafa, will the water sign girl be easy to get or be a lot of work like Miriam? I don't think many people are going to be as tough as Miriam. No, she's not going to be difficult. She's very easygoing. But she's very quiet and timid. Um, but she's easygoing. She's not like bitchy. She's not going to try to make you chase her. Mustafa. Um, will the vitamin supplements and cosmetics I'm considering buying benefit my health and make me more attractive to women? Got the sun card. The sun card is positive, yes. I would say yes. But see, there's a catch-22 with that because being more attractive to women, that comes from within. It's not something that you're going to put on that's going to make you more attractive to women. Same thing with women. Like, it doesn't matter if you lose 20 pounds or if you get bigger boobs or you wear a pinker lipstick. That doesn't make you more attractive. The attractiveness comes from within. So those kind of things you have to do for yourself. When you do it for yourself and you feel more confident and you feel better about yourself, that radiates out and then that's what you get back more of. So changing the energy of that situation, because anytime you do something with the intention, right, it's like a manipulating type of intention. It's like, I'm going to do something to make me look more attractive so that this person likes me. That kind of energy, it's like, it's manipulating, and it's also like, um, I'm not good enough without it, right? Like that's what it puts out. Like, well, you won't be attracted to me without it. But that's not true. Like you could be whatever state you're in right now, you could be very attractive to a lot of people if it was coming from the inside. You see, that's where I feel like the law of attraction is really powerful and really works. I have a harder time when it's like gurus that are convincing people that you can change a specific person's mind and make them fall in love with you and treat you like, like you're good, like your thoughts are what you think about the situation is changing their thoughts. Like I have a problem with that aspect of it, but this part of law of attraction, I really makes a lot of sense to me because a lot of times if you look around at people like you, how many times have you seen like you're like this guy, like he's with like the most beautiful girl and you're like, well, what is she doing with him? And she thinks that he's like God's gift, and the rest of the world is like, oh my God, like look at who she's with, right? But he thinks that he deserves her, so that's why he gets her, and it has nothing to do with anything that you put on or do to yourself. Being worthy of somebody else's love comes from inside you, not from something that you put on or fix about yourself, because you're perfect the way you are when you feel like you're perfect. And that's where most of us struggle. Like, I have a video on my friend with the fucking lipstick. That this, I mean, and it's like, we knew, like, it's like, you're doing these things and you know that, like this lipstick that she was waiting for it to be released, and like it was sold out everywhere, and she needed to have it, and she was like all over the place waiting for stores to open. At one point she had to borrow somebody's car and like double park down on Fifth Avenue to see if they had the fucking lipstick. And then of course when she got the lipstick she hated it. But point being is that we're always looking for something, right, that's going to fix us. Meanwhile, we're not broken. We don't need to be fixed. We just need to change the way we feel. So that's, I hope that you get that. Because it's not going to be a magic cream that's going to make this Miriam want you. Like, that's not going to fix that. It's the way that you feel about yourself. Because if the situation were reversed and whatever you have that you want to fix was on her, would you not like her? No, you would still like her, because that's not what it's about. It's just our minds are always, they're logical, right? Like our brain is a computer. So we're trying to analyze things and we're trying to make things make sense. But there is no logic. Like, there is no logic when we're dealing with this kind of stuff. And it's interesting because we all go there. We're all like, okay, well, you know, I'll lose 10 pounds. Okay, well, that's not going to make him love you. That's not, it's going to make your pants fit better, but it ain't going to make him love you. But anyhow, let me see, where was I? Julie, about John. I've known him for a year, and while I was in school, thinking of talking to him on a regular basis. Talked to him today, and he says that he loves me. Is he nuts? How can that be? Yeah, well, sometimes people are nuts. Here's the thing. Everybody wants to be loved. That's what it comes down to. People want to be loved. So he's looking to be loved. And that's what he's putting out. He's like, well, I love you, because that's what he wants to cultivate. He wants love. I think he cares for you a lot. I mean, I don't think that he's in love with you right now, but I do think he cares about you a great deal. I would continue to talk to him. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I do think that I think that he's somebody who's looking to be loved, and that's what he's putting out into the universe. You know, sometimes people come off, like, to me, that comes off almost a little bit desperate, but, you know, people, we're humans. We want to be loved. We want to feel loved. We want to feel appreciated. That's what everybody's looking for. Red, love. Balance coming into your love life. You got a Libra coming in. This Libra may come in that's got some money, long-term potential too. Plus, you're going to have choices. Cancer comes in, a Capricorn comes in. Being at the right place at the right time brings in a fire sign. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You're going to have some nice options here. Oh, damn. And long-term potential, heading towards all 10 cups being full. I know you've kind of gone through a rough time recently, but things should be getting better, or you should at least have more options and feel like, you know what, I don't need to be so upset about this because I have that could work out, or this may work out for me. So I'm, you know, feeling a little bit better about the future. Auntie Charlie, stick with state job or go for the company CDL program? Okay, should I stick with the state job? 70% chance you should stick with the state job. Should I go for the company CDL? %70 chance for the CDL, but there may be more potential with the CDL because you got the Six of Pentacles. The other one had the Eight of Wands in reverse. There may be less room for growth with the state job, and there may be more possibilities with the CDL. Mustafa, is the water sign girl who has a crush on me Afghan? Okay, let's see. I'm only getting a 33% chance. She could be, because we got the Knight of Pentacles here, which is a slow mover. And she comes off a slow mover, but I'm only getting one ace, which is only a 33% chance. She could be. I think it could be her. Yeah, I think she may be Afghan. Ronnie. Why are all the lights flickering right now at my job? Is it something with a short or something? I can see if it were one lamp, but it's like the living room, the bathroom, and the kitchen. Okay, let me see. Is it a short? Could be a short. %70 chance it's a short, or it's something electrical, like something maybe overloaded. I don't know. That makes me nervous. I would see if you could have an electrician look into that. April. Friend I told you about, she told me she misses me and all that, but does she want to get back to where we were? It's been less than a year. We haven't talked. We're both stubborn. Okay. Yeah, I think, you know what? I don't know if those are her exact intentions, but that's what's going to happen. Balance is going to come back to the situation, and things will go back to where they were pretty quickly. Mustafa, how would a relationship between me and the water sign girl look like? Oh, Mel, you can close them, thanks. She's very timid, very quiet. You may think in the beginning that she's a little bit boring, but she's not. She's actually very deep. She's kind of mysterious, and there's a lot of room for growth. She just might have to get a little bit comfortable with you before she really opens up. You might have to give her a little bit of time. Mustafa, I don't see it yet, so let me grab somebody else here I haven't done. Nav, how will I do in the vet tech degree program from the college in Georgia? You should do very well. Eight of Pentacles, putting in a lot of hard work, brings your career forward pretty quickly. No, you're not holding yourself back or waiting for your ship to come in. Things move forward. You should do really well. Ina, future with N. Right now, it doesn't look like things are going that great. Three of Pentacles is in reverse. Lovers is in reverse. The Star is in reverse. And so is Justice. So you might not feel like things are moving forward really quickly right now, or you may feel like things are kind of stagnant. It doesn't look like he puts in that much energy right now you got the hangman here, like he's kind of paralyzed or he's not moving forward and feeling like there's a whole lot of long road ahead of me. I would keep your options open. Keep your options open. There's an Aquarius around you that could be coming in. Okay, Mustafa. What are the current thoughts and feelings of the water sign girl towards me? She thinks that you're attractive. She also, like, she thinks that you're a little bit mysterious and she wants to know more. Like, she's curious about you. She thinks that you have an outgoing personality or that you're really interesting. She also thinks that you're smart and passionate, and she thinks you're attractive. That's what, and that's what really catches her eye, is that she physically thinks you're attractive. And I think I made it through the super chats. Did I? I think I did. All right, while I wait for Mel, I will do, let me go back up to the top here. Next person is Crystal Davis. Will me and Stefan reconnect soon? Okay, will me and Stefan reconnect soon? You should reconnect soon. You got the sun. Um, I did these. Let me go back down to the bottom. All right, I'll do Sue. General for November. Things change for the better for you quickly, and you have growth and transformation coming in November. It also looks like you're not feeling so weighed down or burdened by the weight of the world, and you're persevering. You're pushing through. You have a lot of stuff happening. You have good karma on your side. You may have a new job or a new job opportunity. There could be a creative project around you, and you have a wish. Put that out into the universe with the star card. Mel. Will a large sum of money come in before my business starts or after? Okay, will I get a large sum of money before the business starts? You could get something before the business starts. Yeah, you may get something before the business starts, and then the business can grow pretty quickly. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Alrighty. Alrighty, I am going to go. I'll be back on sometime tomorrow. Thank you all. Have a great night. And I'm going to do that video about the resistance. This person had a good question about resistance, but it was the opposite of what we're used to. So anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks. Bye-bye.